Good evening, everyone. The Michigan Tech Huskies were already 1-0 coming into Saturday's home contest against the Malone Pioneers. The game would be a nail-biter all the way to the last seconds. Michigan Tech would get on the board first, though, in this contest when quarterback Brandon Cowie found Andrew Clark for 5 yards, and Clark, with the awareness to reach the ball over the goal line, ref signals touchdown. Tech leads 7-0 in the first quarter. After a Tech fumble, though, Malone would drive the ball down the field. Sporer would hit Ashton Dolan in the corner of the end zone for the Pioneers' second score of the game. The extra point was no good. Malone up 13-7. Malone trying to make a final push before the half, but Tech and Nick Berzak won't let this happen. Easily hit stick by the outside linebacker. Malone leads 20-14 at halftime. Third quarter, Huskies go to the ground on the 2-yard line, and it's Marquette's own Alex Sherbino for the second time in the game. Huskies lead 21-20. Fourth quarter now, Huskies trail 27-21 until Brandon Cowie channels David Walter for the 21-yard eventual game-winning receiving touchdown. Huskies lead 28-27. The Huskies go on to win this one 28-27 and advance to 2-0 on the season and in the GLIAC.
I don't think we've played real well either ball game, but we've made plays when we had to make plays to to get W's, and I think that's a sign that that we've got a chance. The other thing is I think there's things we got to fix. We're not a good football team yet, but I think we have a chance to be one.
Well, I saw the ball go up, and I knew I'd have a chance to catch it, and I just tried to block everything else out and make it. But Cowie threw a great ball, and I was just happy to be able to make the play.
David Walters led all receivers in this game with 7 catches and 135 yards and a touchdown, including the game winner. Michigan Tech takes their unbeaten record on the road next Saturday against Saginaw Valley State. In Marquette, the NMU Wildcats had their home opener against Quincy. The Wildcats scored on their first drive, and it took about as long as it takes these tailgate hamburgers to be cooked on the grill. Quarterback Shea Brown was very efficient today, finding Marcus Tucker. We'll see it after the fake. He just sprints past everyone to the end zone for a 31-yard score. It's 7-0 NMU after 4.5 minutes. The Wildcats forced the Hawks to punt on the next possession. Escanaba's Austin Young made the catch on the NMU 22 and cuts to the far sideline. Gets a couple of great blocks. He's even going to hurdle one defender and goes 43 yards to the Quincy 35-yard line. That set up a 35-yard field goal by the Copper Country's Ryan Labarge. NMU had a 10-point lead. Late first quarter, Ishpeming's Wyatt Jurison is going to pick up 18 yards on this run. That set up a second quarter touchdown from Brown to Tucker and a 17-0 halftime lead. Third quarter, NMU's lead was down to 17-14, but Tucker is going to catch his third touchdown pass from Brown at 68 yards. Brown was 26 of 29 for 355 yards. Tucker had 205 of those receiving yards. It's 24-14 Wildcats. Linebacker L.J. Liston recovered a fumble that led to an Aaron Harris fourth quarter touchdown run, and NMU defeats Quincy for the second year in a row by the same score, 31-14. Wide receiver screens were a key to success for the Wildcats offense.
I think you got to do what defenses are going to give you, and you got to be really calculated in how you're going to attack the deal. And we thought that we had a chance to do that in terms of attacking the perimeter with that play.
That's all Coach O and Coach Knight. I'm just doing what I'm told to do. It's not really like I'm just out there playing my own game. They're the ones calling the calls, and I'm just lucky enough to be in position to make plays.
On a sad note, Ishpeming's Wyatt Jurison suffered what's believed to be a serious ligament injury to his left leg on this run near the end of the first half. He was carted off the field and taken to UP Health System Marquette at halftime. Homecoming is next Saturday for the Wildcats as Hillsdale visits the Superior Dome for 4 o'clock kickoff. In the second game of the inaugural Finlandia football season, the Lions fell to the Titans of Wisconsin Oshkosh 86-0. The Lions look to still score their first points of the season as they travel to the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, where they take on the defending Division III champions. Iron Mountain Road and Trail Half Marathon started in the downtown portion of the city this morning with 134 participants. After the 2-mile mark, runners approached the south side of Lake Antoine. That they continued to the Fiume Lake Natural Area and came back to the west on the north side of Lake Antoine before returning to the finish in the downtown area just behind the TV6 Iron Mountain Kingsford Bureau. Jake Mewson of Milwaukee, who has grandparents and other relatives in the UP, won in a time of just under 1 hour 20 minutes. Mewson was nearly 3 minutes ahead of Zachary Morgan of Temperance. For the women, Dee Dee Gibbs of Port Edwards, Wisconsin, crossed the line first in 1 hour and 35 minutes on the nose. She was more than 4 minutes ahead of the runner-up, Sydney Brustel of Midland. Nearly 130 folks, mostly youngsters, ran the 2-mile Millie Hill Minithon, with a 3-person marathon relay also available. This event benefits the Dickinson County Cancer Loan Closet and has sponsors from all over Dickinson County. 10 high school volleyball teams from across the Upper Peninsula converged on Gladstone today for the annual Rock Invitational. The host Braves took on Westwood. Gladstone's Tazi Martinez gets the kill here, and the Braves win the first set and would go on to take the second. The Kingsford Flivers take on the Rapid River Rockets, and the Flivers use their height and advantage to get a few points like this one, which put Kingsford ahead 14-6 in the second set. Kingsford's Hannah Carlson gets a kill here to make the score 16-6. The Flivers beat the Rockets 2-0 to advance to the semifinals. In the Final Four, Hancock eliminated Houghton, and Kingsford did the same to Gladstone. And in the championship game, it was the Flivers over the Bulldogs 25-20 and 25-22 to win the Rock Championship today.